Hi chat. I'm gonna turn the monitor on in a sec. I need to do something. Where is streamer mode in Discord? So I'm looking for. Streamer mode enabled. Do my own settings. Get leaked. Yeah, cool. So turn it on the monitor. Hi chat. We're trying to get the rib cage to work with an automatic repeater board to make it, you know, repeat automatically. Oh, I forgot I was doing film shooting on here. Oh Christ, my FOV and my sense and everything is dying. Too much. Oh, I know exactly what to do. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna get this to work. I've already made a repeater board for it. I just need to integrate it into the system, which I've been thinking about, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a pain. Because I think I need to add T flip-flops to every single one of these, but not all of them. So, what's gonna happen is, I'm gonna replace the repeater board really quick. And then we're gonna get deeper into what's gonna happen. Green is there. Okay, so... just get my schematics. We're gonna attempt... That's the world map. This is the repeater board. So it's this. We're gonna shove it in there. Match this green one to that green one down there. And then we're gonna try and hook it up, which is a pain in the ass. To do. Okay, there's my green. See if I can just slide that in there. I'm pretty sure because... Okay, wait. If I slide it far enough this way, it doesn't matter, does it? Okay, no, it does. How did I fit it last time? Did I put it lower down? I'm actually gonna bring it up. I think that'd make my life a huge amount easier. And that won't interfere with any of that. It does get in the way of this door, so yeah, I really don't care. Unless I put it on this side, would that be easier? If anything, it takes up more space. Because I remember being able to fit it in here before, and now I just can't. I think I might have edited these blue lines to make it fit the last time, but I don't remember where it went to do so, so I am unsure on... Oh wait, no, because this repeater must have meant it did that. But then all the hoppers get in the way. Okay, so I don't know is the answer. I'm gonna put it over here. If that, there's a pink circuit there, so okay, no, we're going in this gap. And we're not gonna block off the door. This will be fine. Let me just make it like central of some sort. Cool. Just paste that in. Oh yeah, I forgot M does that. Ignore that. Okay, so we have the repeater board, which is gonna look glorious from in here. Oh yes. So this, I'm gonna start in order. So there's a big delay, and then This green has to get down to there. So I'm thinking one of those real quick. If I can remember how to do it. So it's effectively a T-flip-flop. Because this green line is gonna be... So, oh, Jesus. So what's going to need to happen is this green line is powered by a lever. A lever input, which makes my life hell. So, this is on by default. What needs to happen is that green line needs to lift something which will turn off the redstone connection, and immediately I'm thinking get a piston to push a block into there, and power that. That's my first thought, which could be viable, and it's kind of easy to power, so I think that's going to be the plan. I could do it with the staircase, but that makes me look really uncool. And then I'd have to... Okay, hang on. We're gonna do a partial staircase, and then we're gonna be really epic. No, because then... Yeah, okay, fine. So that pushes... Wait. So when it decides to do... And then at this point, it needs to lift it again. Oh yeah. I think I made the repeater board wrong. So, green initially opens them, and then the next green, I need to unload the schematic, wait, is gonna then come out here. This is the next green. Yeah, let's say that comes off in this direction. We'll make it go out. There's some green wires. And then this will then go this way. And then that will lead back into this piston. Oh, wait, I need to make this one lower. Like that. But that line doesn't power that piston, so we're just GG 200 pumps. Oh, I can put redstone on top of them, an idiot. Yep. So now if I... Yeah. God, I hate you. That's fine. So this will then come down, and then it will power something like this. Because I'm gonna ha la 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 la. I don't. Okay. And then I'm thinking the block comes down, powers those guys, leads them to that piston, and now if I quickly do that, piston fires, has a block on the end also. And it interrupts the signal and these open. But when the repeaters give out that signal, it needs to go to T-flip-flop. Because right now it's a button input, technically. So let's do that. Fun. I have everything for it, so... Boom. I might actually do it this way. Just make my life marginally easier. So... Piston gets powered, observer's going up. Reads the sky, not sure what's going on there. and then this piston gets powered. And this will actually work out just fine to power the entire system. But what needs to happen is that when this comes out, this needs to wrap around and power. Ooh. Probably a way easier way to do that, and I think it's this. And then that's a repeater. Does it even have to be? If it gets soft powered, it can't be pulled out by that, so wait, you should get hard powered, yeah. Okay, so if I really quick get rid of that and power this on, it lifts, and then let's actually let me keep that on, and then it will turn off after a bit. Oh no, because it stays in that state, and then this will be powered after however many seconds, and nothing happens. Loving that. So wait, I am so confused. So I'm gonna power this from literally my. Okay, yeah, I think I had a huge lag spike. Oh, but now we get to actually see. What is happening? Whoa. Okay. Not gonna ask questions. So, this powers that. T flip-flop does the thing. And then it will lose power. And the T flip-flop keeps it down. So if wait, I'm actually just gonna test it by powering that. Oh wait, I did the thing wrong. Oh wait, no, this is a pain. I'm trying to get into the way of future wiring. That's just gonna be probably here. So the best thing to do is that. And then, yeah. So if I, really quick, put a button input into there of, yeah. Do that, okay. So yeah, button input is being successfully converted. Okay, this is good. We are making progress. And now I need to power this block from over here somewhere. With a different repeater. This will also be fine. I think let's do that, and then add a repeater here to keep the signal. And now it should actually do what I want. So let me just quickly break this so it's on by default. Or actually, even better, what I can do to make it on by default is just go into. This is going to be a full test run of this part of the system. So I'm gonna make it on by default. Oh, this doesn't actually read accurately anymore. So I'm gonna have to make it do so by... Wait, does it? Am I tweaking? On and you are down. Okay. It's now a full test run. So what should happen is it'll wait for a bit. And then signal's coming through, signal's coming through, signal's coming through. This is waiting for all the silverfish to spawn. And then this opens the gates. It's all silverfish through. And it should close them again. Actual perfection. That's the ideal length of time to do that. So this part is now wired. The gates are wired. Now it only gets more difficult. So now what needs to happen is the dark blue line needs to exist. So wait, let's do that. Let me just cut you off there, sir. What on earth? Okay. Here's a question. What the hell am I doing? Ah, this is the same amount of turns, but it looks nicer straight. It is slightly more compact. And I can do that. Yeah. All of this can go. Keeping it slightly more compact than before. Okay. So then after this happens, I need to draw something over here. And then this needs to have another 4 repeaters of tick delay. So once those gates are shut, it will open the blue ones. Now we can use probably the exact same system. I just have to remember where the blue ones get wired into. And it's here. This is the main wiring point. Which is conveniently like a mile away. So this can be the repeaters. I think actually... Oh yeah, fine. Okay. And then it will do effectively the same thing as we were doing before. Except it should be 1 higher. I'll just take some redstone. And so this, well, that's the basic system. And then we agreed that here it would come out and power it again. So the T flip-flop is going to fit in this space, like here. This is not an easy one. Because this is a bit of a cramp to fit all this in, because that's going to power that by default. So you have a slightly lower point. And then put the repeaters back over here. And now they don't fit, so that's fun. We'll have to just knock one off. Could, in theory, do that. Even the delay. Yeah. And then this. Oh, wait, no, I need to rewire this again. This door's GG. This powers this. Okay, I will just save this schematic and probably move it higher up, just to allow some actual access to the door here. I'll scrap the fact that there is a door. That doesn't power that, does it? Wait. That makes things more complex. Because it needs to come out here. And we can't do that. We could, however, we could do this. And then make it so that it was a repeater. Oh, wait. So that they wouldn't go backwards. That's gonna work. So now what will happen is, let me push the button. I will add all of the features together. Button press comes through. And then it will lift up the gate. And then it will close the gate and then shortly afterwards pull the blue. Pull the blue. Did I feel like it doesn't link up anymore. I feel like I broke something as well. Because that would have pulled by now. Yeah, because once that goes off, it never gets back to there. So that's a major problem. Aqua. this will now come back. And damn it. Okay. Okay, wait. This will come back. And then deliver a piston thing. To go down to power the rest of the line. Which way are these go? Have I contradicted my own repeater placement? It's supposed to go that way. And then it turns. And then this is the potions, maybe, possibly. Don't actually remember. So oh, I can do this way more efficiently, and well, these repeaters feed now, but these ones are all backwards. They should be going that way. I'm so confused. It turns a corner, and then they should all be this way. Wait, and then this, yeah, because the corner gets like completely cancelled because I'm doing this. Yeah, okay, wait, so this is the redstone that needs power. It's that one right there. And then we'll just lift that up to get it. Oh. Right, now that was a problem. Glass. Which will then power this, but I don't want it to. But then I can get this redstone and bring this out. And this will power this, but I don't want it to. Actually, where are these repeaters going? That way. They're going that way. Wait. The short, like this kind of sticks to the way that it's going. Yeah. So these repeaters going this way, which thus means all that has to be done is to shorten this entire thing, which is fine because that's the release of that one, which I didn't actually mind. So now that when I press this, it will power that redstone, which will then give it to that repeater. And that repeater goes out this way, powers the second blue one. And then after that, we're not going to that point yet. After that, I'm thinking piston goes there. I think that's like, that observer's wrong. Should be like this. Now I'm gonna schematic this and it's gonna go elsewhere. Because right now it's really ugly how I'm having to wire it, but it's gonna be the only way. So that then. If I... No. That's the limit. I think it'll look better like this. So this could now go, and then that powers the second one of those. So yep. Now what should happen is the successful completion of the first two actions. So this opens. After a bit of shots, I open it for about 10 seconds as a human, see what the repeater board does. Also about 10 seconds. I've not got that much faith in this right now. For good reason. So, what went wrong? I want to watch. I have to watch through all of it, so... Everything goes fine. It's gonna come down this line, and it's gonna go up again. So it's just delaying it. And then that happens. That shuts them. But that didn't power those. And then the chain ended. So now we're gonna decipher why that happens. I think we've seen a second piece of glass. And then things will happen. Guess not. But I have more space to work with than what I'm making it look like, so you can actually just do this. So now if I do that, and that will actually completely cook the entire thing. I have made a redstone clock because of a okay. So, we're gonna see. So then this will come down here. Power this repeater line. I think what I did was this repeater line goes there, and then it shuts that, and then this state changes. But there's no delay. So we're gonna put delay everywhere. And then see if it fixes it. The block we're looking out for is this one. Gate opens. Gate closes. Delay. That piston does absolutely nothing. I am so Oh my god. That might have been the most unintelligent okay. Probably the stupidest thing I've ever done. Yeah. That might be the stupidest thing I've ever done. Oh, what is this? So, then this happens. Yeah. I'm gonna put a button, which is way further in, just to make the process faster. So don't wait. Gate opens. A bit delay. Gate closes. Blue gate opens. But it never shuts. Okay. Time to try again. Let's figure out why that happens. How do they get there at the same time? They do. So this is the closing. This is the closing one. So it needs to be. This has no delay. And this has some more actually. And then we'll see what's going on. Because there is a length of 4 repeaters which comes along. So 1 change, 2 change, 1 change. Oh, I made a loop. Oh. So what's happened here? Is that, yeah, okay, that's kind of funny. Let's try again. So you know it does both changes now? Just make sure it doesn't make another loop. 1 change, 2 change, stops. So after this deposit, the signal then should wrap around and do some other things. Yeah, that's kind of all I know at this point. So then now we're going through to the final stages. And we are conveniently right next to what should be going on. But there's no really easy way to do it. Because of this splits. Have to be a block that goes there. That I can do. Let's go higher up than that. So, yeah. That does what I want it to. Powers off both sides. And turn it back on. Okay. So, T flip-flop. So this is one way of doing one. I think I'm gonna make a new way just to make my life faster. And we'll just have to see if it works, to be honest with you. Test it with a block. Success. And then that goes out, which will power this. Okay. Currently we are having a success. So this will... Yeah, well this was there for a reason, wasn't it, you idiot? And then it'll come out and... then power that piston and then start something over here, which after a delay will turn it off. So let's try that. On. Delay is not long enough. So the delay has to be a lot, which is why this doesn't work. So it's gonna have to be dragged out all the way over here. Can make this longer if I need to. Question if I do. But right now that's not gonna happen. Well, I know what we can do. Try. There's only one more repeater though, so I'm gonna add an extra 3. So now we're gonna see if that does something. So right now I have it turned off. That is very nice. So on by default, comes past, opens it, closes it. Very good. And then this red wire will then just go back to the start, I guess. And it will... It will probably have to drop in there. And then that goes that way. Very nice. Automatic repeater board. Now after this wire, up to the control panel. Shouldn't be an issue. So I'm gonna give it a test run first. So signal goes through, so we're first building up. So we're first building up, so and then how this way. Okay. And then the gates will open. Where did it get to? Oh, okay. This needs to be higher up by it because it just dies there. I forgot. Because it's going straight down, we can do that. This will have to be a piece of dust. So try again. Signal is going through. Building up all the sort of fish. And it'll come through. The gates will open. I'll wait a little bit. The gates will close. And then... oh, I forgot about the potions. It's... okay, my timings are slightly incorrect. That needs no delay for the first switch on of this. Which needs more. So I'm gonna quickly just check that timing. Charging up. Here we go. So, gates open. Bit of time passes. Gets to there. Gates close and this opens at the same time. Then that shuts. And then the signal dies. So after it shuts, the gate okay. Gates open. Gates closed, blue gates open. Blue gates closed, red gates open. Red gates closed. But is the signal back? Oh yeah, it is. Okay. The repeating signal has successfully successed. But I forgot to do any potions. Conveniently, the T flip-flop for the potions is this. It's this block. So we can either power that piston, or we can power... I don't know, there's a lot of things we can do. I think we're gonna power that piston. Personally, I think that's the most sensible plan. So yeah, so powering that piston is... So once this comes out, this needs to go off and power the piston. And this needs to have a bit of delay before anything happens over there. And then I think this could probably be... I need some music on. So let's... yeah. I need to leave one block where power can come out, and I'm gonna choose this one. One of the more inconvenient blocks, actually. The earlier I put it, the better though, so I'm actually going to put it here. Ginger! Ginger! Oh, what if it was a piston? Be funny, wouldn't it? Yeah, it'd be real funny. Okay, so now what? That lets power get to this dust. And that dust is he's going somewhere, I'm telling you. I need power to piston that's down there though. Okay, we're gonna come in by one. Sammy Kadera. Okay. That doesn't affect that. That's on the same level as this, which is mildly inconvenient. No, actually, it's very inconvenient. Yeah. It's a banger. Bro. Then if I bring it in by one, it comes... Okay. Okay. Oh, okay, no, right, so we're gonna... 1010. We're gonna power up a stone, which has a redstone block on it. That's not a redstone block. which comes down to power a redstone. Excuse me. And then this is too close to the blue wire now because it is. Okay. Yeah, that's cool, I guess. And then when that gets powered, this will extend to put it there. It means I can take that power from somewhere here. Maybe even lower if I need to. But I don't need to. That's the thing. But these slime blocks will obviously affect me. So let's go in there. Do a lap around the slime blocks. For what is seemingly no reason. Because I don't have to make it do that. Okay, we're just gonna go for the symmetry points here. Yeah. I hate you. Ooh. Okay. Now that I'm here, we'll go down. And then it's okay. Now it's already going into T flip-flops, so that's chill. We're getting closer to what we need to be doing. Put that there. Yes. Okay. That is, in theory, fully operational. So I'm gonna give it a test run. Yes. And just to save on time, I am going to do this. Break it and replace it with dust. So, gates are open. No, they aren't. Just imagine they did. Does it pop them? Something wrong. Let me see again. Sure, da, sure, da. Oh, because it would have powered this repeater, which came around twice, I guess, maybe? Let's see. Gate opens. Gate closed, blue gate open. Blue gate closed. Then potions, then red, but obviously it dies somewhere on the way. So we're gonna fix that. Oh, it's only getting soft powered, isn't it? No, I'm just being lied to. I'm currently unsure why I didn't just do that. Because now that would mean that it works. And now we can go see it. Let me see that again. This is confusing me. Does it need to be... I thought that was how that worked, but I suppose not. That seems to like it. Okay, let's try this. Okay, so once this is hooked up, is it repeater locking itself again? Okay, we're gonna just stick to the to our classic redstone block. Let's give this one more test run. Quickly go over here and weld this up. Go, 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 go. So that... a number of things have gone wrong. So it doesn't actually matter if there's a block above here. I hate life. I don't like it anymore. If I power that, does the piston go? Yep. And it comes down again. Right. Does it pass the signal to the next repeater? Shall we find out? Beep. Yeah, that seems to be working better. Which just means this has to go a block higher to take the redstone block. Oh, that was the wrong one. Psych, that's the wrong number. Okay. Go here. And everything should work. In theory. It just didn't use the potions, but do we actually have any? That's probably the main issue. We have slow falling. And it should have powered that. Okay. Let me, this is still getting locked up here, though. Oh, wait, let me just... Oh, that's cool. Okay, so we need to add more delay to when it drops the drops the guys. So this I want to see what happens. It doesn't really work, because... yeah. So, signal comes through where the... comes into this powers that. Boom. It turns off the red one. I need to wait more before that happens. And then we should be chill. Thinking that's the key. So this comes through here. We can add even more delay there. It doesn't matter because we're already going into the piston. I don't know where to add more delay. Oh, I can just take this out. That loses the tick already. And then I can put this. I'm gonna keep it there. How does it look from the bottom right now? Okay. So I'm gonna. That one tick of difference won't do a lot though. No, why is this happening? I need to reset the reset these. I think that's fine. Okay, that is operational. Now we try out the silverfish. dum, 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 fully automated. Which is very much faster than any human could ever do it. Yeah, it's doing way better than me. So the last thing to do is this. If I move the location of the door, will Sam notice? That's an important question. I don't think he will, to be honest with you. Now we have to just hook up the automatic version. I think I'm gonna make this part now declared as an entirely separate room. Now we're gonna talk to Sam and ask when he gets back. Wait, who pinged me? How did Andy make it? Wait, Sam. Or Sam. This is the manual bit. This will be. Is this. It's empty, is it? Here. And then I'm thinking there could be the spot for the just to make my life more hell, is to get that to this pink block here. Every time when I look up, I ran out of wool colours. I've noticed that as well. I'm considering where to wire this. Very carefully. I'm thinking the floor, and this will be, well, actually no, it needs to go in the roof. Start, stop, auto ignition. Which means I need to rewire to get this going on to this block. So right now I'm gonna just wire up this one because I know what I'm doing with it. So this is gonna be the auto ignition bulb. Every time when I look above. And then that bulb lets the piston exist, which pushes a redstone block this way. Generally. Turn that on. And that is powering the auto ignition. Just want to confirm that when that middle lamp is powered, let's just make it a lever for simplicity's sake. I think it is on by default anyway. Gotta go up top here and break that. Does it? It does not fire either of those pistons. Does it fire? It does fire all of these lamps. Okay. That means I'll move it. Yeah. It will still have to be on the ceiling somewhere. I think it will just go here. That is... Start. Stop. So I need to have an OR gate as well, can't forget that bit. And then this will hook up to here, which is auto ignition, whatever. Just need to have the piston sound going on though. I don't think we have piston sound for that one by default actually. So that is actually hooked up. And now that I've decided all that's going on the roof, that's pointless. So let's get rid of it. So this is the block that is getting powered here today. So this will be the start key. I'm going to require some repeaterage along here. And then this is the stop key, so this is gonna go over here somewhere. And we'll put a, get in line with it. It's this one. So we'll put a, that might be the most inconvenient place. But yep, okay. Yeah. And we they cannot power them from above, so it's going to be interesting. I think I know what to do though. Let's put one of these in. So now when I needs one of these. May as well put the repeater here then to power off the only current redstone torch within this build. So when that's off, yeah, okay, and then when this, I am dumbfounded as to how that works. Like seriously, everywhere I go, every smile I see. There are times when I look up. Okay. We try it again. So I need a torch back. Why does that make it work? Okay. And now everything should work. And then this is a lever as well. That's lever locked. Not certain why. Yeah, I'm really not sure why that happens. I think it's something to do when this comes up to here. Something wacky's at play, so we're just gonna do something different. Simply put. And do this, which should now mean that when I push this downstairs, it turns it on. And it turns it off. Nice, okay. So in here, you need to start with that off and these on. And then I need this exact sign. Oh. And then how I'm going to label these signs nobody knows. Let's put that there. What the hell? Okay. I'm going to label them as colors because it seems easiest. I'm going to have green and red. But it's actually lime because, you know, red light, green light kind of thing. And then we'll get a barrel. We'll get one of these walls. Just put a block. What am I doing? Write a book for that. And then there are times when I look above. Okay. So now what the system is when the ignition is hit, which is that. Now we're just going to test here. Should turn that lamp on, but it doesn't. Miraculously. So we've got a better way to do it, and it's just brute force. I'm going to go quickly clear all the silverfish just to stop my game from lagging. Okay. Now what's gonna happen is, instead of all that, you know, put a redstone dust on it nonsense, we're just gonna get a piston with a redstone block. And then when it goes down, I need to just test it goes down. Give me a lever, give me a lever. When signal reaches it, it goes down and it powers the lamp only and nothing else. Wire that up. Would it way more schmexy if it was just done like this. Also another better way to do it without all the faff is just to add this. Don't know why I needed any of that in my life. Come back at this, this is wired really badly. That doesn't affect anything. At all, yeah. That cannot be a... Yeah, okay, take it back, that's fine. And then the yellow will... And this yellow... So, now when I hit the ignition, it should be I broke a repeater. Yep. Okay. So when I hit the ignition, that comes on too. Brilliant. Now I need to go and delete everything I just did. Just get rid of that. So, I get to write a book, but I'm not doing it right now. Okay, so we're gonna write the automatic one first. It's got pink hole next to it. For testing purposes, I'm gonna need to hook these up to the same button. I think the signal managed to get through. Okay. It does have to be a lever. Oh wait, no, that was a mistake. Such bad luck. Okay, wait, let me just clear this. I think this one lever again. And then my torch back. Okay. And then I want to have it so that when you start, din 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 din. Means that we do unfortunately need another gate as thought. Yep. No, we don't. Wait, no. I got rid of the book. I'm actually gonna end myself. I'm actually doing that. I'm ending my life. No. I cannot believe I've done that. Bro, I always clear inventory like that and I had the book in it. I'm so aggravated. Okay. almost did it. I don't understand. Oh, if I press escape, it doesn't save. But on Bedrock it does. I love life. The only thing keeping me from like raging right now is the nice font. Okay. I pressed escape. The auto menu will take 70 pages. 4. The regular one takes 3. But this is way easier to do. So if now fully automated. May as well actually test the auto feature while I'm here. Okay, and it should be doing its thing automatically actually. Yeah, look at that. I didn't touch that. But something has gone wrong in the red line department. Why isn't that powered? I'm taking this to the source. Hello, good sir. Oh, wait. I remember why I put a NOR gate there now. Well, let me just clear this out really fast. Oh, my frames are suffering. I now remember why there was a NOR gate. It needs to be on by default. Yeah. That was pretty silly of me. Okay. I think everything's fine, just needs to reset this block. That didn't do that. I forgot what block it was. That does this. I mean, it shouldn't be on. Wait a minute. Is it deeper than that? Are these on right now? Should be. Yeah, they are. Okay. Let me give it another shot. What I did there was kind of silly. Okay, there's several fish. Yeah. Okay. Give it another shot. Okay. Bye, chat.